Sit, 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 sit,
We've won the lottery this morning. Two of our favorite people have joined forces to be with us here on the show. Megan Jolly with Rock City, Tish Gale Mard, normally I'd say, with Reflection Writing, but this summer you're with Rock City too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So last time I saw you, Megan, you were here with Birds of Prey.
Yes, right.
Y'all are doing your mountaintop summers again, but you mentioned then that reflection writing is part of the fun too.
Right, so Thursdays through Sundays, the Birds of Prey are with us. With Wings to Soar, John and Dale bring different birds of prey to Rock City, and they've done that for about 18 years now. But we're so excited to have reflection writing with us this year. So Mondays through Wednesdays, they're at Rock City, and they have, I think, different animals every day, which is really cool. So if you came more than once during the summer, you wouldn't see the same show twice.
So you're going to come not for the views only, not for the entertainment of the birds only, but you're also going to come for Tish Gale Mard, because I'll brag on her a little bit. She was Wildlife Educator of the Year for the state. How many years ago now? 3?
I think it was 2017.
Oh gosh, time goes by
Yeah,
fast.
I know,
Okay.
I know.
Well, she could get it every year. So for you, this has got to be a dream come true.
It's really cool. And it's really cool too because John and Dale are great friends of ours, and it's almost just like family up at Rock City for the summer.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful opportunity. We've already done some shows and meeting international folks like we were talking about, and all ages. And you know, when you bring an animal out, people, you've got them. And it's this wonderful opportunity to educate people and talking to people who are not from Southeast Tennessee and encouraging them to learn wildlife in their own area and the amazing ecosystem services that these animals provide for us.
So who have you brought today?
This is Nala. She's our female great horned owl.
Is she new? Have you brought her before?
I've brought her one time before, I think, for you, but she's only been with us not quite a year yet. So we had to undergo some new training with her. She had not worked in an education platform in a while, so we actually completely retrained her, and she's done really well.
She's fascinating, I think, and you get to see this summer too, Megan, because when you're able to see all those birds and you realize that one owl is very different from another owl.
Yes.
What kind is she?
Great horned owl. They get their name from these feather tufts, which kind of look like horns, and some people think they're ears, but they're not.
She has a lot of personality.
She does.
So Tish is very skilled at being able to get her microphone on, but she needed a little bit of help this morning, so she kind of gotten it up, and I went over to help her get it on, and Nala hissed at me. She was not sure.
Yeah, she, you know, being a great horned owl, this is the tiger of the sky. She's the top predator out there. So she's very interested in what's going on around her and who's there and what's there. So she's pretty protective.
You've got to enjoy this, Megan, from a Rock City perspective, because kind of the idea that people have, I think, when they think of Rock City are the C-Rock City, C7 States birdhouses.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And the gnomes.
Yes. Right.
It's so much more than that, because originally this was one family's land. They loved to protect it and share it, and now that's what you're doing with it.
Yes, and just the nature aspect of Rock City, and then getting to incorporate animals that have been in the wild with us. Like, I think that's just such a great combination.
So where on the property are these shows taking place?
We have what's called Critter Classroom. It's our amphitheater outside.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's very near, actually, the entrance. So you walk through, you go through an art installation called Invitation, and then they're right around the corner.
Yeah.
So how close are people getting to the animals?
Well, I'm actually walking through the crowd with them. So it's like this. It's this close.
So they can really see the
Yes.
markings.
Yeah, and I'm not only bringing raptors. That's John and Dale's specialty, but I have a raptor with me every time. But then I usually have a reptile, an amphibian, and a mammal. So we're looking at all kinds of wildlife up close and personal, and then you're learning really cool facts. Our theme for this summer is superpowers. So we're talking about the superpowers of each animal.
It's amazing how when you hear them explain it, and John and Dale are good too, but theirs is more of a show.
Yes, it is.
But you will really retain that information, and then you'll be home on your back porch, and somebody in your family will say, "Oh, look at that hawk," and you'll be able to say, "Oh, did you know this?" And you can sound like
that's
the
what my
scholar.
hope is. That's
Yeah.
exactly what my hope is that they can take away some really awesome messages and take it home to their family and their friends and their neighborhood.
It also just makes all of nature so relatable in our lives. We're getting a nice little wind. I'll let you walk away, but when John and Dale, we keep talking about them, but when they were here last, they have, it's a bald eagle, right, that they have?
Yes.
And Tish was nodding her head, and Dale was holding the eagle, and they've had her for 32 years or 34 years, and that great massive eagle with his beak had it pressed, remember this, had it pressed against her cheek. She loves Dale.
Very trusting, strong relationship.
And that's what you'll foster with her.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. You know, we as educators with wildlife have such a unique opportunity to be part of these animals' lives, and in exchange, there's a mutual respect, and it's really an incredible part of my life that I have this opportunity, and then to share that with other people.
Yeah, and I think like she's clearly stressed right now, but that makes you sad to watch it because you don't want to do anything in your life to add stress to those animals.
Yeah, and that's part of what I talk about is how you can develop wonderful areas in your yard that provide a wonderful home for this type of animal, and then in turn she provides an ecosystem service by killing rats and mice for us. And rats and mice make us so sick and make our environment sick.
She has a badly injured wing.
She does. Yeah, she does. So she's non-flighted. So what happened just a minute ago is called baiting. And something will spook her and she'll take a jump off the glove. And then I have to give her a little bit of help to get back up. Because if you have an injured wing, your balance is really poor. So she just needs a little bit of assistance.
Do we know how she hurt it?
Not sure. Not sure on this one. It could be a car strike, could be a predator attack, could be that she smashed into something, you know, when she was hunting. We're just not sure.
And if you happen to be in the woods at night when she's hooting away, would you see her eyes?
Possibly. Possibly.
They're huge.
Huge yellow eye, massive yellow eye. They're taking up a very large percentage of her skull. I would think if you looked really well, you might be able to see her eyes, particularly if you had a flashlight. But, you know, she's got night vision, so she's seeing you probably way before you're seeing her.
Well, in terms of getting people in, Megan, is it an additional fee? Is it an additional fee with your entry?
It's just your normal ticket price.
Okay.
And a great thing to do is to get a gym membership, GEM, and that's our annual pass program. And you can come all year for free. That's a great way to just enjoy the summer at Rock City.
And every season that follows.
That's right.
So here's where you can learn more. SeeRockCity.com. You know that because it's on the birdhouse. Over on Patton Road on Lookout Mountain. Tish is there Monday through Wednesday.
Right.
And then Birds of Prey
Thursday to Sunday.
Thursday to Sunday. Fun summer ahead.
Yes.